Welcome back, everyone. Going to the second part here of episode 68 of Court of Swords. Adam, what's behind door number 4 or something?
So the door, these claws rend the door, tear the door free, and you hear a shrieking sound. Everybody hears it. It makes your fucking blood run cold. This like shrieking sound of a cacophony of voices, right? It's like 8 or 10 voices, men, women, all like shrieking in pain and anger at once. A dripping kind of claw-like arm reaches out and drags this thing into the hallway, and it looks like a much larger version of the kind of flesh shadow amalgam thing that you saw earlier. But this one has a more like sort of serpentine like face. It has like curling horns crafted out of like arms holding each other, kind of like coming up out of the back of its head. It has 2 membranous wings that seem unable to, like it's dragging itself along on its wings. It doesn't seem fully formed. It seems like it was sort of just misborn. And this awful, sludgy, shadowy stillbirth crawls out into the hallway. And then attempts to wreck your shit. But first, it's got to make some saving throws, right? So roll the damage on that shit for me.
Nice.
Okay, good,
well
nice.
rolled, man.
Yes,
Just woo, nailing it.
Okay, and this is a wisdom
save.
save. Okay, this thing has a +4. Okay, the shadow amalgam takes the hit. Okay, so that deals 9 damage. So your things like writhe through it, and it like starts burning away. And you can see bone under blackened flesh as the thing lifts its head. And wherever, like you would expect its chest to inflate, like the center of its mast, but its lung form has sort of like shifted off to one side. So like a toad, part of the membrane on the side kind of like fills with air, and then a gust of shadowy smoke issues forth into the hall, and looks like it just hits Ramus. Yeah, Berg, you're just to the edge of the cloud. Ramus, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. DC 18.
Okay. 14.
All right, so this necrotic shadow washes over you. Let's see here. You take 41 necrotic
Holy
damage.
shit.
Oh my god.
Are you down?
Is this the
yeah.
time where we leave?
No.
All right, so the shadow gas kind of just like pours over you, the dark vape, and your flesh just starts to like rot. You feel your like legs go weak, and the gas just like pours over you, and kills you, but not yet. You're dying. You can feel yourself die. Sully, what are you gonna do? This horrible creature has just dragged itself out into the hall and is vomiting gas on your
Ramus,
friend.
are you okay? I shout down the hall.
I think I'm just puking right now.
And it's as much you're puking up like necrotized chunks of your stomach lining as you are like it's like radiation poisoning. It's not going good.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What's the range on Firebolt? 120, so I'm good there.
And what's the DC on that's only 10 here, Amos? And you have advantage, so you're fine.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Fire? Oh, on that.
Oh no, he was checking concentration.
Yeah, I got you. I say that to Ramus and look down at Kali and say, do you need help finding this nail or whatever to open the door? Can I help Ramus?
Help Ramus. I'll find the nail.
Good luck. And I mosey down the hall. Not mosey, but I run down the hall to about like
Okay.
here. And then I'll cast Firebolt on it. 25.
Okay.
Not bad. Does that hit?
All right. Yes, 25 definitely hits.
Please do well damage. 7.
Okay.
7 damage.
So it's wet exterior seems to completely just absorb the fire. You hurl your firebolt at it, and it just nothing, no effect.
Great.
Oh.
No visible effect. Yep. Kalimat?
I'm going to try and find an implement to unlock this door.
Okay. Yeah,
To
I think
pick the
a
lock.
nail is fine. Yeah, I think
Okay.
finding it is no problem. Let me look at your. I think it's an action to do this, and then you can make like 2 moves.
Okay.
So let's see.
I
Combat,
need
here
my
we go.
hammer.
Yeah, you do. Though if you kill this horrible monster with a stick without breaking it, I'll be very impressed with you.
That will not happen. You and I both know that will
I'm
not
just-
happen.
I'll give you an achievement.
A splinter.
Um,
It's one weakness.
Yeah. Yeah, you jam the fucking thing in its eye. Okay, use an item is what the thing I'm looking for is called. Use an object. Normally interact with an object while doing something else. The object requires your action for its use. Take the use an object. Okay, all right. So your regular action to find a nail now. Then you have your bonus
Okay.
action and your move action. So yeah, you dig around in the rubble or the chunks of wood and pull out a nail.
Okay. So, oh man, is right there enough to get the door? Or do I have to get that extra 5 feet right in front of the door?
Yeah, you got to be where Berg is.
Okay,
To get
that's
there.
okay. It just takes both my move action and my bonus action. So, I'll
get
I'll
there,
take both of those moves to get in front of the door.
Okay, cool. All right. So you go ahead and move yourself. You grab up a piece of door nail and run over there.
Yeah, you hear me go.
Right.
You hear me go. Ha!
Ramus, it is your turn.
Good luck.
Okay.
I'm laughing at the
So
gift that just
I have 20 wisdom, so I think I'm wise enough to see that the fire didn't affect it very much at all. So I think I'm going to I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at it.
Okay.
At level. Oh, wait, it didn't give me it. Oh, yeah. Is 13 enough to hit it?
It is not. No.
Okay. Then
I'm sorry. A 13 is not sufficient. So you're like
Run
your
smash.
eyes are all like bleary and like there's blood dripping in them, and you hurl the guiding bolt, and the thing just kind of squirms away from it, and it smashes into the wall and throws chalk dust and paint into the air, but you do not hit it. Would you like to move, or you want to stay where you are so that it'll keep getting chewed
I'll
up?
move back just a little, just so it stays just inside of it.
Okay, sure. All right. Berg, it is your turn.
Okay. So he's attempting to lockpick the door.
Yes, as soon as he's able. Yeah.
How
be able to
sturdy
get
is
on
this door? Does it compared to the one I knocked down before?
They're about the same.
Okay.
How many rounds did you take to knock down that one, though?
3.
It took him 3, but he was rolling badly.
I was rolling badly, yeah.
And he's enraged now, so his athletics checks have advantage. So he's rolling normally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that count as attacking the door, like continuing my rage?
You have 2 choices. You can make the athletics check. Yeah. For continuing your rage, either an aggressive athletics check against this door, or physically attacking the door. Either one's fine.
It seems to make sense because I'm throwing my whole rage and self into bashing this door down. So I think that's probably what I'll do.
I think that's
for me to get
reasonable.
into the fight right now because I'm not going to be able to do anything to him except for hit him with wood. So
You could throw the wood at him, I guess.
yeah,
Do you want to try to?
I am
try
really
just,
dying
knock
to see you. I'm dying to see you punch something with your lava fist.
yeah, but it's not even confirmed that it does anything. You know what I mean? I have to like summon the fire and stuff. Right now is not the time. All right, let's athletics against the door and
Okay,
attack
I'm
it.
gonna try to break the door down. Okay.
Yep. That was a great roll, Max.
Nope.
Did I get
So
2 attempts?
as
now?
you run
'Cause
up,
it's 2 attacks?
Kalimat, no. As Kalimat, as you run up, you see Berg throw himself into the door to try to break it down, but no.
Really? No,
is
2
no
attacks.
good.
Even though mechanically I'm able
you're
to
not-
attack
you,
twice.
you chose not to attack the door. I gave you that option. Because the door either you can make an athletics check to break it open, or you can attack it till it runs out of hit points, which is like destroying the door.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what you were saying. All right, no worries.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. But you can keep your rage because you were flipping out on the door either way. Let's roll a d6. and
See if it
just how
recharges.
see just how badly this goes. Whew, you're lucky. All right, it does not recharge.
Is it a 5
okay,
and 6 that it
so
recharges on?
It is 5 and 6. Yes, there's a 1 in 3 chance that
Thank
it gets to
Christ.
hork up shadow gas on you.
Is that the beginning of every
Can you roll
round?
your? Yeah, it is the beginning of every round. Yep. Okay, Dan, roll your stuff here. Okay, wisdom save. Okay,
Fails.
this one doesn't have advantage. This was the thing that's giving advantage to everybody else, so it doesn't have it itself.
Oh.
And it's going to take the full. It's going to take the 16 from the radiant damage. It's not happy about that, and so now it's going to come and try to claw your shit apart. So
I'll give it the
arms
first
emerge
attack.
from the goo,
Disadvantage.
and it drags itself towards you. Okay, so claw attack. A claw emerges from the goo and lashes out at you, and it strikes you for 11 slashing damage.
Jesus.
How's it going over there, Raymond?
A plus
And
10
then it gets
on its
one more.
attacks, by the way. Let's just
It gets
put
one
that
more
out there.
claw attack on you. And that one it misses, right? No, yes, it hits you because your armor class is 13.
Just hits. Yeah, just hits.
Yeah. Okay. So that second attack
And he's down.
does you 15 and down you go.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay. So what y'all see, and it's gonna use this next turn for this, but you see it slash out with a claw made out of its claws made out of other arms, and then it ends in these like sharpened bones. Slashes Ramus, who tumbles to the ground after the second strike, and then it grabs Ramus's body and starts like slime climbing up its arm onto him and like slurping him into it. Sully, it is your turn.
Fuck. So it's eating Ramus, is what I would understand it.
It's holding on
absorbing
to
him.
him. Yeah, it's doing something.
God fucking damn it.
Well, now I got to get up there and attack this motherfucker.
I look towards Kali and say, Kali, do you almost have the door?
I'm not even there yet, bro.
Oh, you're not even near it at all?
No,
I
I'm
mean,
near it, but I haven't
he'll,
even...
he'll have it on. Yeah, he'll get to make an attempt on it on the next turn. Yeah.
Yep.
And just for
I'm-
clarity, the door it came out of is where our gear is, right?
No,
No.
this
No.
is the door.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to go past it. You just gotta get. The
That's
fuck
why
out
when
of
you
this
ran
hallway.
up there, I was like, okay.
Oh, I thought it was that door. I didn't realize it was this one.
Yeah, I should have pinged it instead of trying to speak through RP. I really need spell components. How far?
This fucking sucks.
I'm gonna. I mean, I saw the shadow. I saw the breath attack, right?
Yes. Yeah. You saw the gout of darkness gonna pour. out
So
of
like,
it.
they're
Yeah.
bunching up is just a bad idea.
If it decides to hork up again and hit all four of you, there's a pretty good chance you're all fucked because it does 10d6 necrotic damage.
Yeah. Fuck, man, because We need Kalimot to get Ramus up, but he can't pick the door if he does that, and I have nothing to pick the door.
I mean, Berg can make another attempt on the door, right? There's 2 people that have door opening abilities.
That is true.
I just don't know which is
Healing
better
Word's
for.
Healing Word's a bonus action.
Oh,
so
it
you
is
could
bonus
still-
action.
bonus action.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so
bonus
Kalimot, you can do both. You could healing word and pick the lock. Yep.
I can't give you like an either or for hold action, right? It has to be one action.
No, it's got to be when this, then that.
Yeah, don't give it away, man. I had
You
it.
could help Kalimot or in some way. Give him advantage.
I feel like
I'm trying to.
I think that's like the not necessarily the best play, but I think that's the best like RP themed play. Is I literally get right next to fucking Kalimot and backseat game him on how to fucking lockpick. Like
Leftwise. No,
Yeah.
up.
yeah,
B
So,
button. You broke it.
I'm standing behind Kalimot and I'm saying like, pick the lock already. What are you? The thing's right there. It's to the left. All locks go left first. That's common knowledge. What are you doing? And so I'm aiding you, so you'll have advantage on it.
Nice. You're getting a total pep talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very dire
Cool.
total pep.
All right. Kalimot, it is your turn.
You realize we're all dead if you fail.
Yeah. That's exactly
right.
what I said.
So, I look directly at Berg, and I say, "I need you to hold him off while I pick this lock. You can do it. You can withstand. The power of the tower is with you. Go!" And I give him like Bardic Inspiration is a
bonus action,
Now-
maybe?
it is a bonus action. Now can I use? Okay. If I don't, oh fuck! I have to move 5 feet to get in front of the door, don't I? I have to use that move action, don't I?
You can't use healing word, bardic inspiration, and
Okay, that's fine.
and there's just too many actions in the economy
Cool.
there.
Then never mind then. Okay, because I was
None
gonna
of
try and
that
do 3 things at once.
It's a
All right, first-
it's a mundane pep talk, not a magic pep.
Sure. First thing. Well, yeah, I still say the words, but the first thing I do is point directly at Ramus, and like you hear this, like I hear music in my ears, and I sing this song of resurrection, of rising, of facing your problems and facing them down, and look at Ramus, and this baritone just rise, Ramus, rise, face your enemies. You have not fallen, that kind of thing, and just and give him the healing word.
I dig it. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So go ahead and roll the health recovery.
I hope this
on
does
that
like
one.
1 HP.
No, it does.
Oh, nice. Okay.
1d4 plus 4, so 1 plus 4.
Nice. It's still up.
Cool.
He's still up to take a hit. Hopefully.
Okay. So you're prone, but you're alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I hope something happens. And then I kind of I shove myself in front of Berg, and I get down to the lock, and
To the left.
I'm
Right. To the left.
fishing
Kalimot.
the nail in there, and I'm guessing it's a dexterity plus proficiency. Is that right?
Yeah. So you should on your character sheet under your tools have like a thieves tools proficiency.
On the left-hand column.
Oh,
Yeah.
it didn't get added. Let me add it for you.
Okay.
And it's based
Well-
on your dex.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was gonna say, would he even have his thieves' tools? But this is a tool that he found. Yeah.
So he's gonna make this a disadvantage. But you do get your dexterity. Oh, I just gave him to Ramus. Sorry, Ramus. You're gonna be
Ramus, you're
rolling-
now a rogue.
Ramus, you're a
Knowledge
rogue
from-
now.
Yeah.
Get up and pick this
So
lock.
Callie probably already has it. Yeah, okay, Callie, you already have it. Yeah, so just click under your wisdom passive perception where it says thieves tools. You're gonna
there we
click
go,
that.
okay.
That'll be the skill. So these aren't like super complex locks to pick, but you do have a bad tool. So we'll say DC 12 at disadvantage.
Well, normal, right? Because I'm helping.
He's got guidance.
Yes, yeah, that's right. So you have the bump up, the aid. So you're just rolling DC 12 and normal. So whatever the leftmost roll is. So it's-
And I can't add inspiration to this.
you can, yeah, if you want to have advantage on it. If you have.
Okay, yeah, no, I definitely want advantage for
Seems
this.
like.
Okay,
Seems
then
like.
so now you're rolling
call.
with you're rolling with advantage.
Okay.
DC 12.
I just imagine Sally Hoppa like saying things to me, and I just look back like, shut up. Oh wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Like picking out little things that he's saying.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Oh,
Hey, there you go. Okay.
nice.
All right. So let's put these in.
Two
There's
more
those
behind
chests
the
that I had
door.
earlier. So you open the door, and yeah, you see there's a set of 2 conjoined rooms beyond, with no door in the middle. There are these 3 chests here. There's some other furniture and stuff in the other room, but I'm not gonna bother placing it there until you actually go in. But yeah, there are 3 treasure chests. They're unlocked. There's no like metal lock hanging off the front of them. Just sitting in the side of the room there. So that was your bonus action and your action. You can move now if you like.
Does it appear there's any of these blobby shits in the room?
Well, you don't have an action to like look around, but according to your passive perception, you do not see any blobby shits hiding in the room. No. Man, that was the most Dungeon Master phrase thing I've ever said. Like,
well,
I can't give you a straight answer,
Jesus
but according to
Christ.
what your character would be able to perceive, it doesn't appear that anyone is hiding in the room.
Right. What I'm mainly saying is I don't want to blindly like. I'm going to look at the floor so I don't blindly step into the muck.
You don't want to. Okay, so you look around, you look at the floor, you look at the walls. You don't see any viscera cloud things. Yeah.
Okay. So then, I'll just go to the first chest that I see.
Bring me my hammer.
Okay. So you run into the room. Can you, for me,
Remember, Kalimat's looking up the entire time.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
They're trapped.
I
He
definitely
doesn't even
can.
touch him. He just runs into the room. Okay. All right. So give me a second. You run into the room. You look down. You're like, oh, the treasure chest. And that's when you're like, And you look up, and then you jump backwards as a blob of this dark fluid like falls from the ceiling and lands with a splatter in front of you on the stones.
Okay.
And there's just like goo that sort of splatters all over the place. It gets them splashed on you. But there's no, like, it doesn't like jump out and attack you or anything. You look around and there are other like globules of this stuff stuck on the ceiling. They don't appear to have been stuck up there. They seem to have melted in from the floor above you. So they've melted through the floor and then dropped down on, and it's like slowly corroding the floor under you, but it didn't like get all over you, thank Christ.
Xenomorphs, Adam. Xenomorphs.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry, man. So it's your turn because you did all the things. You did the moving and what have you. So, Ramus, you don't have to make a death save because you're no longer dying. You are prone, and the thing is like trying to grab you, but now you're not prone. You're not dead, so you can.
Good luck.
All right. I will first stand up.
Okay.
And
Good action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me stand up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
Number one answer.
I'm going to cast banishment on the dragon thing, lobby thing.
Okay.
Has to make a
Good action. Woo.
charisma save.
Okay.
Well, if it succeeds.
If it succeeds, then you get the claps. I take
DC
back
17.
the spell.
Charisma save DC 17. Okay.
DC
So it doesn't have advantage or disadvantage.
Oh my!
22.
Oh my God! It has.
It resists. It's a +8.
+8 charisma. That thing's fucking ugly.
On a blob.
It's force of will. So yeah, it resists your magic. You're like try to blast it back to hell, and it's not having any of that. What would you like to do? You've still got 15 feet of movement and a bonus action.
Well, my move is gonna hit me, so
Yeah.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay. All right. Berg, wielder.
You do have
of
a
the
bonus,
Shard
though. You have a
of
bonus action?
Destiny.
Not anything you can do really.
Okay.
So go attack, basically. Give him another target.
Unless he swipes, Well, I guess that would make sense. Never mind.
I mean, literally, it's like go try to do some damage, and so Ramus isn't the only target. Or
So
try to
what's
grab your
funny?
hammer.
I will just to point out real quick that because of the way the hallway works, if you rush him, only one of the two of you can get hit with the breath weapon if it recharges. Because a breath weapon, to do a cone, it has to occupy one space in front and then two. So it either has to go here and then expand out, or it has to go here and expand out. So if there are two people in front of it, it can't hit both of you because you're too close. So that's something. So it'll at least draw the target that way. Because if you stay where you are and it does recharge, all three of you get hit.
It's rolling slashing as well, Max. So if you rage again, you'll take half.
Yeah, exactly. I still have my rage. So
oh right, because you fucking hit yourself.
Yeah, no, I still have my rage.
He hit himself with the club.
I go there and soak up the damage while you guys do your shit and hopefully grab me with my hammer.
Yeah.
I think that's the most logical thing.
Yeah.
Because there's no guarantee of me grabbing my hammer. At least this way we know I'm contributing something to the fight.
Yeah.
Let's go hit him with a piece of wood! Woo! Give me crits.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna run up.
All right.
I'm gonna smack him with the club.
Crit him.
Pow!
Yeah.
That's a hit, right, Adam?
That is not.
It probably has a 10 AC or some fucking.
All right, here comes another one.
Miss.
Here comes another one.
Here comes another one.
Please tell me Please tell me that hits.
No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't.
It has
hit.
like
Oh my god.
fucking 12.
Its armor class is not 10.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, a
No, you
14
didn't.
missed earlier,
Yeah.
I believe.
So you're just you're hitting it. You're pummeling it, but it's just like quivering and like messy and like you can't deal any like lasting. It's hard to get any lasting damage in there. So you're just like banging away at it with your wooden club as like stuff flies off, but you don't deal any damage to it.
Now the real scary part.
Hey! Stop hitting my friend!
Okay, so
This is terrifying if he recharges this.
Yeah.
5 or 6 is recharge.
Oh
There
my
it is.
fucking
Okay.
god.
So it's gonna hork it this way and get Berg and Sully. So I need both of you to make saving throws. Max, would you like to ask me the question I know is on everyone's mind?
Danger sense.
Yes, Max. Danger sense. So you have advantage.
Sure, it's available now. Or at teespring.com/roleplay. Go check it out. Anyways, let's get back to our show.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
What's our save?
go ahead and make those saving throws. I believe the DC is 18. It is indeed 18. Yes.
What's the
saving
save?
throw?
The stat?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, let's go
Gotcha.
well. Go ahead, Max.
I got advantage. That's nice.
You do.
Yeah, but it's a 10d6. You did pretty good.
Mm.
Hey!
Oh.
I'm still dead though.
Sully Hoffa!
Yeah, the damage
Okay.
is so
You're
much.
still gonna get melted.
It does a lot of damage, yeah.
Yeah, it goes into slow motion, but it's just me just getting pelted with the entire fucking thing as I die.
35.
The dark
What kind of
cloud
damage is this?
spills. This is necrotic damage.
Okay, so it's not half.
Yeah, so dark
got 10
cloud
HP,
spills
boys.
forth
I am
from the
down.
thing. And this time, like, part of the side of it opens up like gills, and it just like vents this gas out into the hall. And Sully, you try your hardest not to breathe in, but it burns your skin, and you feel yourself getting lightheaded, and you tumble to the ground. Berg, you are still up and fighting, but you're not gonna be able to take another hit like that. Sully, can you make a death save, please?
Yes. Give me a 20. That's a fail.
Shit.
Okay.
This is bad. This is real bad.
If I roll a
this
1,
is
next
like-
turn I die.
This is like counting turns situation. So, and feel free, we're still playing a game, so feel free to like talk about what you should do on your turns, work together. Kalimat, it is your turn. So, as part of use an object, if you use your action, you can open a chest, dig through it, and go looking for an item. So if there's something specific you want from someone's inventory, I think it's reasonable to say that like you could roll. I'll roll in secret to see if it's in the chest you're searching through.
Okay.
And then I'll let you know. So you'd be like, I want this thing. Crack it open, yank it out. Or you can just be like, I open this chest. What's in it? But if you're looking for something specific, you let me know. And that's an action. and you'll have it in hand. And then part of your move, you can move and like throw it to someone or whatever.
At this point, it feels like it makes the most sense for Solly or Kali to find his own shit because he has the most HP. He's not going to reasonably get it to us. Anything else?
No. Let me ask you a question.
Maybe.
When I see Ramus heal people, does he use material components to do that? Like, does he crush something or sprinkle something or whatever?
Ramus
It's
is
always just
crushing it, but
verbal.
He doesn't do that for magic.
Yeah, it's always verbal.
Okay. So healing he can do anywhere, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I am going to look for is the tulpa.
Oh, you're looking for the conduit?
Yeah. The conduit. That's what I meant.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah. Now, quick question. Has anybody tried, besides Berg, to, in our history, tried to lift the tulpa? Does it have, or excuse me, the conduit, does it have the same heavy properties that the apology did?
It's heavy, but people can move it. It's not like Thor's hammer, like you physically can't lift it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but
it is heavy though.
Does it have the same like way too heavy thing that the apology had?
You could try to use it, but it's
not use it. Just bring it to a guy.
Oh no, you can. Yeah, you can pick it. You can pick it up and move it around without any problems. Yeah, I mean, I know you're weak particularly, but no, just if you're just like pick it up and like huck it over your shoulder, you could like lug it around. Sure.
Okay.
If you had to carry it around all day, you might get like a level of exhaustion or something. But no, if you find it in the chest and you pull it out.
Okay. So.
Okay.
I will pop open the chest and see if the fucking conduit's in there.
Okay. All right. It is in this chest. Yes. So you yank the chest open, you dig through, you feel the cold metal of the object, and you yank it up out of the thing.
Yep. I grab it and I move it, and I move to. So action, movement.
Yep.
Okay. Now, quick question. I see the conduit in there. Can I notice if anything else is in there? Like any other person's stuff?
Yeah, they would have probably sorted it mostly by like person. So like Berg's other goods and sundry are in there. Berg, were you wearing armor? You're wearing like half plate, right, or something?
Yeah,
I know you wanted to get that, but you had a shield and
No,
this chest is made up of this chest is made up of Berg's stuff because his stuff is all like the biggest and the heaviest. So this front chest would all be Berg's things then. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will. Yeah, I'll grab. Can I physically carry the conduit and a shield?
Yeah, I'll let you. You get two hands. You can
I feel like
it
you
up there and
can
grab
be
the
able to do
shield.
it. It's a larger shield, but it's not like stupid heavy.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That makes sense. I'm down.
Okay. So let's see. My movement is 30. Yeah. So I can make it to Berg. Okay. So that's what I will do.
Yeah. Okay.
I will take the conduit and the shield to Berg.
Okay.
And as I'm running, I'm yelling, "Berg, I have your hammer and your shield." And then I drop it on the floor, like or if he whatever's easiest, like more reasonable.
So what you can do,
because if I can hand it to him, that'd be fine.
If you're adjacent to him now, I think it's reasonable to assume that on his turn he can be equipped with it. So you're just like handing him the hammer and putting the shield on his arm.
Cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's fine. I think that the two of you are working together. I think that's reasonable to like let that be a thing. You're putting it on him.
Okay, and then I turn around to Salihafa, and you just hear like a chorus of men, just like all in different intonations, just go, "Get up!" And I point at Salihafa and use healing, my last spell, my healing word, on Salihafa to get him up.
Right. So you get some hit points.
Yay!
You're not dead.
And there we go.
Is that your second bonus action?
7.
By the way,
Nope, that's the only bonus action.
Action search, move to get to Berg.
Gotcha.
Bonus action.
Cool.
Yep.
Very productive choice.
Yeah, good round. Good round.
Okay. Ramus, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to disengage. I'm going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon right next to the thing in front of it.
Okay. Let me grab
The
your
hammer should be there.
hammer. Yep. I'll grab it for
I'm
you.
gonna say be careful where you move because of the cone.
I'm gonna attack and then go into the doorway.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't want to kill everybody, but if you're all in the cone, I'll do it.
Okay.
Like I would have to.
Spirit
Okay,
weapon,
all right.
19. Is that a hit?
Nice.
Or
That is a hit. Yes.
7 force damage?
7 force damage. Okay.
And I'm gonna
Excellent.
duck into the doorway.
The hammer appears and strikes its rubbery flesh, and bits of black, brackish goo splatter all over the place. And then, yeah, you duck around the corner. Okay.
And the hammer doesn't take up a space, so you guys can move into it if you want.
Yes.
Nice.
And the only other rule is that if you're commanding the hammer, you have to be able to see it. So you'll have
See
to
it,
duck
yep.
back out of the room, command it, and then do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Berg, it is your turn. You have the conduit, and you got your shield.
Fuck it up.
So I can upgrade any rage. I'm pretty sure I can. I can upgrade any rage to full on, right? While I'm in it, I'm pretty sure I can do that.
I think you do it when you choose to rage. So let me see.
I want to say it. I mean,
I know you want to be able to do it. Let me check.
I feel like I've read it though. I'm not just making this up. Like I can't remember.
Starting when you choose this path, you can go into a frenzy when you rage. No, so this is you'd have to drop the rage and start a new one to get the extra attack.
All right, so that's not really worth.
You're already.
So I could sidestep to kind of give him less of a cone on all of us. You'd have to choose. So I will do that. That's my movement, and then I will attack him twice with.
Conduit.
I guess yeah. If I'm using the shield, it's just going to be one-handed. Probably reckless attack, honestly. I don't know, because any damage he's going to do is going to drop me down. At this point,
It's up to you.
Let me just move out of the way so Callie can get it right in his face.
Right in the face. Just full on. Take a good hot lungful.
you got the most HP. At least this way, he has to choose a target. If he does the
I'm
cone.
just joking. Actually, I'd be the better target because I have full hit point and uncanny dodge.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll reckless attack with the Tubal's conduit.
Okay.
Sick.
Hey.
Did it hit?
That's it.
Thank God.
That hammer feels good.
That fucking 17
16
damage.
for psychic.
17.
So when
17. Sorry.
when the hammer is placed back, when the conduit is placed back into your hand, it's like somewhere in your psyche someone like opens a window, right? Like suddenly there's like your vision becomes slightly clearer. You feel like reconnected to Tulpa, and then yeah, your swing is empowered. You hear the humming of the crystal, and then bang, just crash your hammer into the thing.
Also, I'm going to roll one. I'm going to roll my damage again using Orcish Fury.
Right. Yes. So that gives you another damage die. So you roll another D8 plus a D6. I think is how that works. Let me double check.
Yeah, you want to double check that. I've never used it before, but it seems like a decent time to do it.
When you attack, you can add roll one of the weapon's dice an additional time and then add it. Yeah. So do you want to add another D8 or do you want to add another D? Do you want to do more psychic damage? It'd be a D8 of bludgeoning or a D6 of psychic.
Probably psychic.
You want to do another D6 psychic? Okay. Yeah. Do it.
I mean, there's more damage with that, but I feel like the bludgeoning doesn't do as much to him. I don't know enough about it.
These things have been
do I know
like
based on what
resistant.
we've been attacking.
Psychic is usually a pretty good bet in terms of just damage. In
Yeah,
general.
and just in general. Yeah.
Almost nothing is resistant to psychic. Yeah.
I'll do psychic then. So what is it? I'm rolling one what?
Just roll another D6.
Roll.
Okay,
roll.
so
20 damage.
seven psychic and 13 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So you swing into the thing's mass and it's being like vibrated and smooshed apart. You got another attack.
Yeah. And we'll do our second and final attack.
Credit.
I'm gonna try.
I crit would be nice. You have advantage.
That still works.
So you hit.
Still good.
Okay, so another 3 psychic.
17 total. 3 psychic.
And 12, another 14. Okay, all right. You are now it's not so much just like, well, I'm gonna advance and eat you and all your friends. You're actually like hurting it. You're breaking off chunks of the thing. One of its wings is folded in. You've burst some of its weird black organs. It's leaking ooze onto the floor. Yeah, and now it's its turn. So
Please don't fucking recharge this shit.
let's see how it goes.
Oh, thank God.
All right. So it's just gonna 2 melee attacks on Berg. It has advantage, and your armor class is what now? 15.
15. Yeah, if I don't have my armor on, right?
Yeah, so it's 12
Shield is
plus
2.
2, so 14.
So it's 14. Okay.
14.
First attack.
Is it? Hey! He
That's
rolled a 1, but God,
you know,
It's got advantage.
It's a
Oh,
hit
fucking
though,
Christ.
because it's
It's
got
advantage.
advantage.
Yep.
Well,
So you take 14 down to 7, and then the second claw attack is also a hit
God damn it.
at another
Right, so
7.
it takes me down, but I immediately come right back up and strike at it.
Yeah, so you don't fully go
there's a-
down. You go down to 1 hit point instead, and you get a free shot when you come back.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen you.
So the first claw attack emerges from the blob, slashes you across the chest. You stagger back. The second one follows it up, almost too quick to tell the difference between the two. And instead of feeling the like cold of the grave, you just feel angry that this thing tried to kill you. You feel the cold, the like black embers of anger well up inside you. And there's this feeling of Tulpa kind of giving you a little shove, like, all right, get back in there, buddy.
Yeah, as he shoves
and
me,
the
Berg
hammer,
just comes
the
back.
hammer
He's
sings,
like, not yet, and just like, takes a swing.
smash the thing. Yeah. All right, do it. Take a swing.
Credit.
Berg versus
Oh,
the beast. Okay,
got a
that's a
crit.
hit.
Oh, fucking kill this thing.
Okay, so 6 psychic and
15.
15.
21 total, 6 psychic.
Okay. All right. Sally Hoffa, it is your turn.
I will stand up. So, a question for you. I have level 1 of exhaustion because I did not sleep, so I have half movement.
No, that's level 2. You're fine with level 1. Level
Oh.
1 is just skill checks
Okay.
and initiative and stuff like that.
But I will have half movement because I'm standing up, right?
You're gonna stand, so you've only got 15.
Yeah.
Watch the ceiling.
Okay. I'll go right here, and then since we're just trying to kill this thing, I will magic missile at level 3 and hope it rolls well.
Okay.
That's pretty good. What is
Okay.
that?
It is pretty good.
22.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
And then
yeah,
I
your
will,
three magic missiles fly out and strike it, leaving splatters and bits of it dripping off the walls.
yeah, and then I will duck into this room with
Okay.
Ramus. I like hunched over, heaving, gasping for air, and I look at Ramus. What is that thing?
It got spawned when you missed with that firebolt earlier.
I look up and my eyes are just wide. Don't you put this on me, Ramus.
You did this.
Yeah.
All right, Calimot, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
I look at Berg, and I even though he's like focused on the monster or whatever, I just start. I say like, Berg, it's me and you against this thing. We can take it down. Are you ready? I'm with you. I'm not leaving your side until it's dead. So give him the bonus action of Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
So he gets a
Okay,
D6
cool.
on attack roll or whatever next turn, or whenever he wants to use it. And then at the just to tip off the inspiration, I go, it might get loud, and I reel back and I just thunder.
Yeah, you wanna
and just
blast it with your
shout at
weapon.
him. Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And that is 15-foot cone, 3d6, and the con save for half.
Okay. All right. So it gets the save. So
Okay.
roll your 3d6.
Okay. Oops, wrong keyboard. Sorry. All right, so
Okay.
6.
All right, and then it's thunder damage.
Yep.
Okay, so it's resistant to that, but
Shit.
you take a deep breath and you're just like, "Ah!" And you like roar at it, and the thing just like gets blown away like in chunks. You just like shout at it, and the pieces like vibrate off and start splattering into the walls, and chunks break away, and it just turns into a long like smear on the floor, and then just stops moving. Ah! And then like bits just
6
drip.
damage.
Bits just drip off the ceiling, and it's still not. Maybe there's a couple more like bloop bloop and like bits falling apart, but yeah, it's all over the place. But it's dead. You've put an end to the thing.
Oh my god! And you see, I look at Berg, and you can see like out of my nose and out of the sides of my mouth, like it's not steam, it's like cloud formations, like coming out, like a vapor, like vapor, just like coming out. And I look and I go, and you hear me just go, huh, and a little puff of smoke comes out, or a vapor, just. Huh. And then I immediately I'm just like, is everybody okay? Yeah, we get it, you vape. I know. Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you remember the ominous whispering from the room over here, right? So like you're not out of danger yet. What is
Right.
everybody gonna do? We can drop out of initiative order for the time being, but there's still a timer going. How long does your spell last, Ramus? Your spiritual weapon?
1 minute. So 10 rounds.
Yep.
I think I'll move to the chest to look for my things.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's stuff is here. I think that the rest of the stuff is sort of split between those other 2 chests. You can find everything that you were looking for.
And
Okay.
put them on.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a burlap bag that you don't recognize in there as you're digging through, Ramus. You find like a burlap sack, and it's got a parchment note pinned to it, but the note is like pinned shut.
I will look at the note, open it.
Okay, the note has a couple of drops of blood on it, and it says, "Don't open this bag."
And it's like, good boy. Put the burlap bag into my bags. I know what's inside of there.
Yeah, right.
I immediately I think even hopefully before everyone else, I run to what I think would be my chest and start trying to loot it.
Okay, yeah, you find everything you're looking for. All
Is there a
your
bracer
equipment.
in
It
there?
hasn't-
You didn't have a bracer.
I think
I'm
that's-
pretty sure I did.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
No, I was about to say. So that's
It's on the
bracer
ground.
is I think the only. I think it's
They
the
wouldn't give
only
it to us,
thing
though.
that isn't. Yeah, that isn't here. They would have, and I mean, Ramus, like an object like that would have been remanded into the custody of the priest of justice.
Yeah. It belonged to the church, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's a church artifact, so it belonged to them.
Okay. Well, the first thing I'm looking for is that, and when I see it's not there, I'd look past Ramus and look at Berg, and maybe I'm glad that Ramus is in between us at this particular point. I say, Berg, the bracer, and do you have that? Is that in that?
Are you insane?
It's important to me, Ramus.
I move away from the in between the two of them.
I go over to this corner.
Like, hey, I mean, it's important to me. And like, yeah, Berg, what do you do? Because they're obviously looking at you like,
Berg just shoots Sally like a look that says like, "Shut up, or I'm gonna hit you."
fair.
I'll ask. I'm like, is it there? Did they take it?
Shut up, Sully.
This is not over, Berg. Then I'm like putting all my stuff on as I'm saying that.
And I casually like enter the room and stand by Berg, and I just kind of like am staring at Solly, and I just kind of sideways say to Berg, I'd hit him. I mean, he's kind of asking for it, right?
We have more pressing matters.
Berg said
Agreed.
he's like putting his stuff on and all that.
Callie, when you were exploring, did you see anything else up ahead? Or did we kill everything?
I heard whispers from the room across, directly across the hall from us. I saw the guard manifest, and there hasn't been a guard here that has checked in over a day. We killed the thing that I saw, or we all helped kill the thing that I saw leaking underneath the door, directly across from that room. But I'm guessing more shadows in the room across the hall from us. But just that and these up here leaking through the ceiling.
You didn't get a good look at all into this room either. And then, yeah, from here, like, you can see them on the edge of the map. There are these, like, windows. And now that you've seen a couple of rooms, you can tell you're in a tower of some kind or, like, a turret or something because the outer walls are circular. So, yeah, you can see, and you can feel, like, a faint breeze coming from down here as well from each of the windows.
This is a window right here? Or there is a window down
Yeah,
there?
those are windows. They lead out.
Okay. Well, the two of them are talking. Like, I'm walking down there, but I'm also looking at the ceiling to make sure nothing's going to fall down on me. To try to get to the window to see how high up we are.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like this room has some like equipment. It's like an equipment locker or something. There's some more like there's wood planks and like iron bars. It looks like they have equipment here for like setting up barricades. But they were never deployed for whatever reason. And then you get to the window and you look and you are, let's see, you were down. This is like 3 or 4 levels up from where you were. There's like a couple of layers of prison on the ground floor and up. So you're like about 3 stories up from the ground. And you look out and you can see this side of the turret is pointed down towards the city, which means that the castle or whatever, the ivory spires are behind you. And you can't really get a good look. Like, you have to climb up into the window and like peer out to see anything else. But yeah, you're not super far out. If you had climbing, like even a rope or something, you could probably climb down from this window into the courtyard. And
Is the window
get out that way.
open? Like, is there? You said it's barred.
Yes. No. They have like wooden shutters. But yeah, you can just throw those open.
Okay. After I like peer out the window, I walk back in eyesight and earshot of the 3 of them. There's a window here. I can levitate 1 or 2 out, but if you have a rope, we can climb. We're not very high. We could bypass everything else in this tower.
Did anyone see a prisoner manifest of who was taken where?
Yeah, I pull it out. That's what I had, right? Yeah. I pull it out of my backpack.
Yeah.
Yes, I found it in the first room we went into.
Toss it to me.
I make a paper airplane and throw it.
It's a book, right?
Is it a journal?
Yeah, it's a ledger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a big ledger.
Yeah.
I throw you the ledger, yeah. I go back over the window while I do that.
I furiously look for any like indication where they took Maud. Like, peasant girl, doesn't speak the language, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. You flip through it, and it looks like, so there's an entry date, processing, like a judgment date, and then where they were sent. And it looks like there's all of the prisoners had been cleared at some point, except for the group of you. And then there's one other name on the list that isn't you, that you don't recognize. The name just says Pravat Half-Elven. And it says that they're still here. They're still in the prison.
Pravat?
Yeah, Pravat.
That's a proper name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And their last name is Half-Elven, which is
Strange.
More descriptive than anything else, I'm guessing.
yeah.
It doesn't detail anything else about them? Like height, weight, gender, nothing?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, you know that Pravat's a boy's name traditionally in the Court of Swords.
Okay. This name rings no bells to me, does it?
It has something. You make a history check.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's just it could be any Court of Swords like name.
Okay.
Yeah, I shout back towards Kalimot. Did you find what you're looking for in the book?
No, I did not. Right at him? Nothing describing a little girl or anything? Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Since we all, I'm guessing we all like take a minute to gear up and get our shit, like stuff. Is there any other stuff that like would be an upgrade for me, like better made weapons or better made anything?
No, not here. Like this is just like the garrison to protect the dungeon essentially, and it doesn't see that much use.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to look around the room to see if there's anything useful. Keys, fucking scrolls of passage. Fuck, I don't know. Like anything of use.
In this room?
Yeah.
No. In this room, it was just the stuff that was confiscated from you. Actually, I guess you would find the stuff that was confiscated off of Pravat when he got brought in. So, yeah, I think you find there's probably another chest then. And it would have Pravat's stuff in it.
Okay.
You recognize it as the tools. You recognize it as the tools of a rogue and charlatan. There's a pipe with a familiar smell of an illegal substance of some kind in it. This like acrid, like tar sort of smell on the pipe. There's a bandolier of throwing knives. There is a longish, like curved dagger, like wavy kind of curved dagger.
Okay.
And it's well worn. Looks like it's been used. It's got a good heft to it.
Okay.
And then like a gray cloak, some nondescript like traveling gear, some soft leather shoes that you're like, oh, those are good sneaking shoes.
Okay. Then I'll pocket the dagger and the shoes.
Okay. All right. Throw those in your bag.
Does the pipe look ornate or worth anything?
It looks well loved. The business end has got like a nice thick layer of like residue on it. It was made of ivory at some point, and it's carved to look like a procession of elephants going like smaller to bigger, and then the last elephant, its trunk is the bowl, and it's got like tooth marks, like bite marks all over the end of it. It looks like it's been used a lot.
Okay, I'll leave it then.
Okay.
Yep, shoes and the curved dagger, I guess. No piece of paper, nothing else. No gold jewelry, nothing.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Again, from looking out, I turn back. I see you going through the other chest. Whose stuff is that?
Another prisoner's.
Was he on the ledger?
Yeah.
And I take
It looks like he's been in prison here for like 2 months.
Okay.
Which is weird because this isn't like a prisoner storage area. He's just waiting for judgment, and he never got it, and he just has been here a long ass time, way longer than all of this stuff's been going on.
Callie, can I see the ledger again? I take it back, look through the names. Can I make what check a history check to see if I recognize anything about the name?
Yeah, sure.
25.
Okay. So in some places in the Court of Swords, and Ramus, you would know this just by looking at it because you speak Elven, but Elven, so you speak alien, basically ancient alien language. But half Elven would be a name that someone would give someone if they were like a bastard, basically, and an outsider and a weirdo. Like if no one liked them, it's an insult, and this person would not have it as their legal name unless they chose to embrace it. Calling someone half Elven means that like basically your mother was impregnated by a spirit or a devil, and you're bad news. And it's a term that we would use, like characters or people in the Court of Swords would use for like anyone that they don't know or don't like, including bastards, but especially people like kids born into to women that don't have like a father around.
Okay.
So it's more an insult than a truth about this person's nature.
Yeah, I shut the ledger and say, "There's nothing in this tower. Can we use the window? We can easily escape if we just put rope. There's no need to explore."
We don't even know how high we are.
Berg, you can look out the window yourself. We're 3-4 stories.
I heard there's a bracelet at the bottom of the tower. You should jump and go get it.
You hear me laugh from the other room.
Bird, you make me so proud.
Now, hold on. We were down, like, in the depths, so we can't be that high up.
No, you're not. You're only like 3 stories up.
That's what I just said, yeah. And then I look back at Berg. Berg, that joke is almost as dumb as you. Now, do you want to go out this tower?
You know what I heard, Berg? And I'm walking towards the window. I heard that that in times of dire stress, turtles can fly, but they need to be pushed. You want to try? And I walk towards the window.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you take a look at it and you figure it's probably a pretty easy climb down.
Okay. Surveying the like, are we all gonna climb down? I'm imagining.
I would hope so, yeah.
I guess.
Okay. Surveying the area, like, is the town just aflame? Like, or is it like crickets?
You can only
jumping?
you're not high enough up that you can really see the town. I mean, the sky has been choked with smoke for like a week, right? Like that's just the stuff keeps getting blown up and burned for various reasons. But you're low enough in this tower, you can't really see. You just see the grayish red stones of the other towers. You can see the central courtyard, or I guess the central courtyard like is behind you. So you see one of the like outer courts. So you're in between the sets of walls, and it looks abandoned. There's some wagon tracks, but you can see one of the front gates to the keep is just open, like it's hanging open. No one's coming or going, but it seems pretty empty. Yeah.
Well,
You want to do?
seems this city is dying or dead. Either the tower or the Farang have the upper hand now.
There's a third player now. You've seen these creatures. They're not either of those two.
Oh, you don't think? Well, I know that sure the tower doesn't use the demons, but do you think the Farang are above it?
I don't think they want to use anything that's involved with our type of magic. Is so they doesn't seem to work around them. I don't know if the Mara would have any effect. If Heaven can't see them, the Mara, I don't know if they can see them either.
Wait a minute, Ramus, I'm sorry. The 3 players are the tower, the Farang, and
The Mara. The opposite
the Mara.
of Heaven.
Yes, okay. I was just supposing that the Farang were in league with the Mara.
Every time someone says Mara, one of the like puddles of goop like burbles ominously. Like there's a bubble that pops or like a gurgling sound.
While they're talking, and I don't see like anyone pulling out rope. Is there any rope in this chest, Adam? Of the fourth?
No. Pravat was not a burglar.
Okay.
Don't all of us have a little bit of rope on us, or no?
I don't. I have a scholar's pack, not a
I
adventurer's pack.
used to.
Yeah,
I have an
we're
explorer's
used to.
pack. There should be rope in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
no,
you're
so-
like 40 feet up probably. So a single person's like set of rope should be enough.
We'll double check on that, but an explorer's pack, I believe, does have that.
Yeah, Explorer Pack has a rope in it.
Yeah.
50 feet.
Hempen rope.
Is there? I know there's these chests. Adam, when you described the room, was there anything like an anchor that was super heavy? in this room?
Oh yeah. They basically have like road barricades and like hallway blockers and stuff here. This room is where they stored all their kind of like riot gear or whatever in case there was like a big serious problem. And yeah, there are like metal frames that they would have lashed or nailed wooden boards to block alleys and streets and stuff. So yeah, there's these big heavy metal like things you could drag out in front of the window, and they're big enough that they would block on the window.
Okay. Yeah, I started attempting to with my. How much strength do I have? Oh, I guess I have 12 strength. Not that bad. With my 12 strength, I'd start trying to like drag one of those over towards the window.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So everybody hears this like
it's
grinding
real
sound. It's super obnoxious. Yeah. As you drag the metal frame, they're like tank traps basically, and so you're just like they're not that heavy, but you're just digging like grinding a hole in the ground, like a big track through the stones of the floor. Yeah.
And I look towards the rope. If we tie it here, we can climb out. It'll serve as an anchor. Give it here and I'll tie.
Bert just hands him the rope.
Okay.
Yeah, I start tying it onto the anchor in a knot that I know is not going to break or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think tying a rope is like a significant. You have to make a roll. So as everybody kind of climb down into the I'm sure there's like a French name for whatever part of a fucking castle it is, but like the forward courtyard.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody make an athletics check with advantage because you got rope.
Oh boy. Who's going? Okay, 16.
Okay, Ramus, you're fine. It's an easy climb too because the tower is belled out at the bottom, so you're after about 10 or 20 feet you start to like just slide down the sides anyway.
Gotcha.
Okay, 16, 23.
Zeke, you want to roll? I have a feeling I'm going to fail. So I'll go last.
Oh, athletics? Oh, great. Okay. Well, at least I'm not.
Athletics. But you have advantage.
Fly.
What was the DC?
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
It's 10. DC's only 10.
I fail.
All right, good.
Oh,
No,
you
you're
have
fine.
advantage.
The
You have
rope.
advantage 'cause of the
Oh,
rope.
advantage. So
You're
thank
okay.
God. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, the rope gives you advantage. So yeah, so you climb down. It is nighttime. There is the smell of the now ever-present smell of burning in the air, and it's eerie because you're essentially in like a military base that would normally be rushing with people, and it's just like silent. From here, there is the door that enters the tower you just came from. The sort of turret. It's like a squat stone circular keep that narrows. It's like a chimney shape. Sort of narrows up at the top. It's connected by like sky bridge kind of structures to other structures within the keep. And then you turn, you can see the massive, like, 30, 35 foot tall wall that makes up the outer wall of the Scarlet Keep. And then there's just the door, and it's like open, meant to withstand like cavalry attacks. So huge, thick wood door, but it's lying open. They've got it cracked open.
I do have level 1 exhaustion, by the way. So I fail, right?
Do you have level 1 exhaustion though? Because
I failed on one sleep.
You failed on one sleep, but you got a chance to rest. You got a successful sleep in.
I had the first sleep. The second sleep I didn't.
Okay. All right. So you stumble on the last few feet.
That's so good.
Technically, I would have failed too, but a 12 is still enough.
Yes, 12 was enough. Okay, you take 4 damage.
Okay. I'm still good live. We're still good.
All right. So you all end up down at the bottom. Sully kind of like stumbles and falls on his butt, and then yeah, here you are down in this abandoned courtyard.
Do we know the like layout of this place? Have we ever like?
It depends on what you want to do, right? Like if you want to leave, you can just walk out the front door. If you want to go back inside, you'd have to tell me what you were looking for, and we could figure that out.
Right.
I feel like a short rest would be nice, but considering where I'm at, I could spend my 4 hit die.
Well, I think I hit the ground and I just looked towards the rest of the group. What is the plan from here? Are we going back to the tower? Are we leaving the city? It seems like all is lost, but I assume you guys have once.
Well, the good news is it looks like they're not a problem anymore. The Harissa. Hassan will be happy about that, but we have another problem with. It looks like something bad took over for them.
Will the tower fight against them, Ramus? I don't know the politics of it all.
Heaven does not like the Mara. They do not like them. I don't know if the Mara hate Heaven more than Heaven hates the Mara. Not sure. But Hassan's not going to be happy about it.
Well, is that where we should go then? Back to Hassan?
Seems
I think
like it.
we should, but
Don't know if we'll make it in our current state.
this place
Kalimot,
is...
while they're talking, you hear something, and then when you like strain to listen a little bit, it sounds like a wagon, or you hear the creaking of like wheels and like rattling. Like it's getting a little bit louder. Like you just barely made it out, and then you're like listen a little harder, and you can hear it. While it's under this undercurrent, and it's getting a little bit louder as they're talking.
Okay. I just go. Shh, 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 shh. Listen. Wagon wheel. And I move to hide somewhere.
Yeah, when Kalimot shushes everybody, you do hear the faint sound of like wagon like wheels being moved through the cobbled like streets outside.
Do you think that's those people from the other day that we were running from?
I'm moving to hide, or whatever that is.
Okay, yeah, you make a stealth check. Where do you want to hide?
I don't know where there is hide. Like,
Yeah, you're in like an open courtyard, basically.
can we go to the other side of the tower?
Yeah, the buildings have all kind of like grown together over time as they've been built up, but you could like look for some shadowy corner to like hide in. It depends on what you're hiding from.
I want to be able to see them coming without them seeing me, kind of a thing.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you could try honestly the easiest way to do that would be like just inside the keep.
Okay. Yeah, if that seems the most viable place, then I will do that.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
And I'll motion to everybody
So,
like this way.
Berg and Ramus, Kalimot's like, we gotta hide.
Yeah. Berg will go along and hide with wherever the group is deciding to hide. Which just sounds like inside the keep, right?
Yes.
Inside. Yeah, just inside the door.
Yeah, the entryway.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you run in, and like the rest of the place that you've seen, this entryway is like empty. It's like starting interior hallway, kind of a big hall in the same kind of grayish red stone you see everywhere with some doors along the sides. Yeah, there's no one here. But you just duck inside and hide within the door and like peer outside.
Okay.
And then you wait.
I don't know if that matters or whatever.
I think you're so out of sight you might as well be invisible.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll take a look at that if they need it. But so you like run inside and you like wait and listen.
Mm-hmm.
And the wagon sounds gets louder. You can hear horses like whinnying.
Yep.
The
I put on
wagons
my
get louder
glasses.
to the point where you now hear like it sounds like a bunch of wagons like dragging something heavy. You hear like rattling, like, and it gets louder and louder, and you can hear voices and there's chanting. Someone is like ringing a gong occasionally. Ramus, can you make a religion check?
Yes.
Okay.
14.
14. Okay. It's definitely a chant. You recognize it. Like you're like, it belongs to a canon that is familiar to you, but you don't know anything else about it. It's a prayer to like one of the arcana, but you can't place which.
Yeah.
It's too far away and too echoey to make out the individual words.
Like I could tell that it's probably a prayer to the arcana, not something evil. Like
it doesn't sound like some demon worshipping bullshit. No.
Okay.
Yeah, it uses
sounds
similar
like-
tonality.
Sounds like a religious chant. I can't tell what from this distance, but sounds like priests or monks or something.
Do we discern how far away they are?
They're on the other side of the wall, and it's loud, and there's lots of them. You can't at this point like say how many, but there's lots of human voices. There's like a crowd, and then a bunch of like heavy wagons that have been pulled up.
Okay. Well, fuck. Ramus already made his religion check, so I can't like ask him to make another one.
Do we need to be worried about these guys, Ramus?
I don't think they're. Well, we don't know what to expect in this crazy city right now, but they don't sound like they worship the Mara.
Yeah, it doesn't sound the same as that crowd of weird skin-flaying devil worshippers that you saw down in the slums.
Right. Well, I suggest we just wait and see if they have any markings or symbols.
Yes, I
It
think we
doesn't
should.
sound like they're moving. It doesn't sound like they're moving anymore. Like they stopped outside the walls. They're not coming in.
Shall I take a look?
Yes.
Sure.
Be careful.
We will rest here shortly while you do that.
He's not gonna be gone for an hour, but yes.
Yeah, it's a little.
Okay, so Calimont, we'll use that stealth roll. So describe.
Okay.
So you leave cover and you want to head over to the main gate.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Try not to be
as you
seen.
get
I got my glasses on, so like perception and all that.
Okay. So as you get closer, one voice rises from the crowd, and you can make it out now. There's lots of murmuring, and it's like excitable. Actually, make an insight check as you approach. I want to see what you pick up just from the tenor of the like murmuring and stuff. Oh, okay.
Not much.
So, yeah, I think there starts to be a murmuring, but once this single voice starts, everyone kind of like just quiets down, and you hear someone saying to this crowd. My fellows, after our victory at the Temple to the Chariot, you now understand why we have suffered the way that we did. And there's like a couple of like cheers from the crowd. And someone says, we have dragged these engines of destruction all the way here from Temple Plaza for a purpose. Look! And like there's a pause for effect. And then it says, the edifice of our immortal masters, no more. Soon these walls will crumble. And then you hear like there's some like rustling, one of the horses nervously like whinnies. You get to the gate and you peer out and you see a half dozen catapults have been arranged in a semicircle outside the keep. They are loaded with enormous pieces of rubble from somewhere else in the city. The catapults are works of beautiful engineering. They are the devotion of the Church of the Chariot, and they are pointed at the keep. And when you peer out the door, the person talking, you see him. He's standing up on a little like siege platform they've dragged out. He's wearing these like long black robes, and he has like an executioner's hood on, and he must be using magic to speak to the crowd because they can hear him through the thing. And he pulls his hood up just above to his nose, and he takes this tall brass trumpet, and he takes a breath and he blows into the trumpet, and everyone inside, you hear this like single clear trumpet note. And Ramus, you've heard this before. This is the like proclamation of judgment. This horn is only blown as someone is like sentenced. And then the voice, he says in a quiet like tone, but everyone, you can hear it despite that. He says, judgment is levied against the Aharisa. Carry out the sentence. And then other priests who have like machetes start chopping the ropes on the catapults. Do you want to do anything, Calimont?
Can I see that these are priests of the tower?
This seems to be a mob led by priests of the tower, and then among the crowd are a mix of a bunch of different people. Mainly human, some dwarves. Some of them look like craftsmen. Some of them look like soldiers. Some of them look like priests. And they all look like several of them are injured. They're all armed. They have like shields and swords or like pitchforks in some cases, and they look like they've just come from fucking some shit up.
Okay. I will now if I like run away or run to my companions, like will they absolutely see me?
No, they definitely won't see you if you run towards your companions.
Then I will run towards my companions, and once I get there, I will say, catapult.
Well, so hold on before you get a chance. So you turn. I was gonna say, because you got to run across the courtyard. I want to give you a chance to like yell like no stop, but you run, and as you start running, we see the machetes bite into the rope, and then and the catapults lurch in the street, and there is like a moment of silence as Kalimat, you see these enormous chunks of boulder like soar over your head, like almost house size. Like these are big siege catapults. And they just soar gracefully over your head, and then all shit breaks loose. Sully, Ramus, and Berg, you hear like it's like an earthquake. You feel the whole tower suddenly shake. Chunks of stone like rumble down from the ceiling when the wall starts to collapse. And this happens like a half dozen times in succession. This rolling rumble of the towers and other parts of the building of the Harisea being hit by these stones. Now it's not like you don't take a direct hit and everything falls on you, but like loud noises, dust in the air, just like chaos. And you see Kalimat running towards you across the courtyard.
What did you do?
Run! You can't stay in this building.
Yeah, I start running, but I'm also looking at Kalimat saying, "What did you do?"
Where are you running to?
While I was running was say fuck the gods. That's all I said.
Listen, I peed on a couple of temples on my way back here.
Yeah.
Running to Kalimat to meet him halfway. See like what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, so the air is full of dust, and I think that as you run out, you meet in the courtyard and you look, and one of the walls, one of the interior walls has like fallen in, and there's rubble and dust everywhere. You hear cheering outside as your ears like sort of start ringing. And I think if you look back, one of the catapults was aimed at the Immortals Palace. So you see a faint shimmering like purplish dome in the air where the stone hit it and like deflected off. And yeah, there's chunks of rubble lying all around you. And there's like cheering outside. And we cut back to the crowd as they like start roping up and like big stout men and women start pulling back the catapults to fire again. What does everybody do? You're out in the courtyard, there's dust, there's shouting.
The tower is bringing the Citadel down. Catapults. And how many were there? You said half a dozen, like 6?
There's 6, yeah.
Okay, yeah. 6 catapults are being fired at the heart of the city. It seems the tower is getting their way.
Well, we should go out there and tell them that there's no one here to kill.
And I present the entire fucking road to Ramus. Please.
All right. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think the instinctual reaction would be to just leave. Go
Yeah, so you want to head to the...
They're not
to the door.
Gonna just pelt us down with arrows. We look a little bit different than the Aharisa.
Yeah. So you run out there, and yeah, Ramus, with your like religious background, you recognize like this is like a judgment. They would have a specific name for it, which I don't know off the top of my head, but I could come up with one later. But essentially, sometimes the priests of judgment are forced to take matters into their own hand. Normally, justice makes the call, executed by judgment. These guys look like a rogue judgment-only party. They're all wearing the same like hooded black robes. You can see many members of the clergy, and then lots of like lay members who have joined. This doesn't look like a tower party. This looks like a judgment party. And all of you can see these are men and women who have been in a fight recently. Some of them covered in blood. Many of them are bandaged. it's one step away from being like a religious mob. And somehow they got siege weapons, which you recognize as being siege weapons that are emplaced at the tower or at the fort of the chariot, which is the war power. They would have been either relics of an older time. They wouldn't use these to defend the city, but they keep them at the temple of the chariot as like relics of past wars. But I guess they still work because they've been dragged out here. And as you come out, you see someone. There's an elephant, this big, like old-looking elephant, lifting, like pulling on a rope to pull a pulley from one of these wagons that's lifting chunks of debris into the back of one of these catapults. They're getting ready to fire again. The crowd in total is maybe like 150 people, and you're all kind of like just getting to the gate, and no one has noticed you yet. But if you come out, someone will see you and like raise an alarm to the rest of the crowd.
Are we safe from the catapults? We're like at the edge of the gate.
Yes, yeah. They're shooting the catapults at the main building. One of them fell short and broke a hole in the wall. But they're not here to storm the castle. They're here to break it down and make it into rubble. They're destroying, and they also they wanted to come here and bust up the Immortals' house, but there's a magic shield. So
Someone's hoisting up a small child, and it's Maud. Like, yeah.
No, that was my next action, was to see if Maud is among them. Someone's like, I'm guessing there's no children.
I mean, you probably look, and actually you see a woman who has like one arm in a sling, and she's holding a baby, but she's got like a sword on her hip and like a deep cut over her forehead. But you don't see like a bunch of children around. That'll come later when all the kids are invited to dance among the ashes. That'll be the tower's party.
Sure.
But yeah, you look around and it looks like these are dangerous individuals. This could go the wrong way quickly.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you do?
I think maybe as we see that, like Berg probably halts for a second, realizing that we're out of range of the catapults and stuff. Looks at the others expectantly.
Okay.
So
That's not the tower, that's judgment.
who's up for some looting?
That's the tower.
Looting? What? You want to steal from everyone? What?
The city's going down. The tower's getting its way, whether it's judgment doing it or them. So I say I think the best course of action would be to go back to the tower. But on our way, who's to say we don't pick up a few things?
I mean, cynical, but true.
Unless Ramus would be so kind as to use his divining spell to help us locate Maud. But
I can't cast that spell until tomorrow. That fight drained me of my last ability.
well then, why don't we find a nice place to hole up? Just the four of us. Get some, I don't know, some hardtack from somewhere along the way and have ourselves a meal and a nap.
Do you remember the last time we slept outside? Those devil worshippers or whatever found us. Do you really want to risk that again?
Well, what is your idea?
We leave the city. There's nothing keeping us here.
I agree.
There's nothing keeping you here, Sally.
What is keeping you
You
here?
want
The
to-
tower?
Yes. This is our most holy work we've done in the past century.
It is over, is it not? You've won. I kind of just put my
Not
hands up
yet.
and turn around.
Not yet. We have more to do.
Like
We
what?
must see this all the way through. The city must burn, all of it.
I just
Right.
point to that and point to that. But Berg, you were going to say something?
The ring's still around, I'm sure. They don't just disappear. They wouldn't just give up.
We're not even sure if we can fight them, Berg. The only thing that seemed to do anything to them was your hammer. Me and Ramus were completely worthless in that fight.
Not to mention, I'd still like to try and find the child. If you don't want to,
Looking at the rest of them, just like,
that's fine. I'll do it alone.
Egg, you have to let go sometime. You keep holding on to things until they die in your hands. You have to let go sometime.
I must try, Ramus. If she's dead, she's dead. If I can't find her, I can't find her. But if I don't try, I won't be able to live.
Well, Ramus, you can answer that question tomorrow, can you not?
Yes, I can. But we can't. We have to do something now. We have to get out of here. We can't. We're between an angry mob and a castle falling over.
Then I guess we're going back to the tower. Unless you want to stay in somewhere else. But it does not seem wise, especially with roaming parties chanting all who knows what in other parts of the city.
We should
It
at least
seems like
rest
the
somewhere
wisest.
before we move on a long journey back to the tower.
A short
yeah, how
rest
far
would be
away are
good.
we from our current location?
I mean, you're
Like, it
only
would be-
you're only one district away. So if you can get to the train, it shouldn't be hard to get back. But it sounds, based on what these judgment guys are saying, that the Temple Plaza is having a rough time. These guys just raided the Temple of the Chariot, which is a big deal given that they're like the most martially oriented of all of the Arcana. Though, I mean, the tower's base is still there. If you can get to the house at the end of all, that you should be safe there. I mean, safe. Better the evil you know. But yeah, that could be a thing you could do.
Zeke, what were you saying? When Dan was speaking at the same time?
Oh, I was just gonna say something snarky.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say,
Shut up, Kalimat.
if the wisest of us says that's what we should do, we should do that. Because
let's
he
all
has
just
said
take a minute
time and
and
again that he
look
is
at-
very
yeah,
wise.
Look at Dan's character sheet right now. Look at that wisdom. Swollen with wisdom.
0. That's God tier.
Wisest. So fucking wise. You don't even know.
against my 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need to make a vote. We can't just stand here all night. I'm all for going back to the tower if that's going to keep us safe.
The safest spot right now.
But then Berg like eyes the crowd, seeing how there's like several of the. You said there were some tower like leaders in there.
It's all judgment. Yeah, they're
Oh,
all
okay.
priests. They're all priests and monks of judgment. Yeah.
Okay.
Come to deliver the verdict to the Aharisa.
Adam, I'm going to message you something.
Okay.
I need an answer.
Secret notes. On what platform are you messaging me?
I messaged you on Slack. Sorry, I'm not sure. There's too many platforms now.
It's too many platforms. We need to stop using Skype. Okay, let me take a quick look here. The old. This is a picture of your cat, JP. Yes. The answer is yes. Correct.
Ramus, would these people, the crowd of judgment, would they? How would they look on us? Would we be able to fit in? Could we just not hide inside of the crowd?
So these guys, yeah, I mean, they're mostly just wearing like the priests are wearing a specific set of like deliverer robes. that they wear when they go to deliver justice, and they take them off later so that people can't be like, "You're that priest that locked up my brother. I'm gonna stab you to death." Right? Justice is faceless. Everybody else is wearing like regular clothes. They look like you've been in fights. Y'all look like you just got in a big ass fight. Ramus looks like a priest of the tower because that's his vestments, but you could ball those up and chuck them in your bag, right? You have a tabard over top. You have your shield with the thing on it. But otherwise, you could make an attempt to be inconspicuous and like slip into the crowd. No one's watching the doors. They're all watching the fucking catapults launch.
We'll just walk. Yeah, shoot those catapults.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, get those fuckers. Wait, where did you come from? Some other
Fucking
place.
judge
Don't worry
that
about
goddamn tower up
Woo!
there.
Judge them good. Yeah. Look at that red rock fly. Yep.
Yeah, so I asked, Ramus, could we hide in that crowd there?
I mean, if they look like it's an angry mob of people, commoners, and all sorts of stuff, but I think so. Just act angry, like you want to destroy the place, delivering judgment. But us walking out's going to be a little weird.
You don't think I would stick out?
So yeah, when you say that, and we get kind of like a look at the crowd, there are some orcs in the crowd. There's maybe like a group of them, like a half dozen. They are wearing like human servant garb, but they all have weapons. One of them's got an axe on his shoulder. There's a woman with a pair of like long knives on one hip. And they all have one hand is like covered in like dye or paint or mud or something. There's like red on one hand. It's all cracking because they've been like fighting and stuff. They all have their right arm like dipped in a red paint.
All the orcs do, or everyone does?
Yeah, all the orcs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the orcs are standing in a group nearest to the back, like kind of keeping to themselves, but they're talking and nodding and like, yeah.
There's orcs right there, Berg. It would not be an issue.
And it kind of seems like Judgment's doing what the tower wants, and we serve the tower.
It would be an elegant way to get out of here. We can at least have some fun, and if that's fun, it's much better than going off on our own. Kalimat, do you have any say? Would be closer to the area that we last saw Mod, unless they decide to go elsewhere.
I am staying with Ramus because I just want to ask one question where Mod is, and after that, we'll figure it out. But whatever Ramus decides, I will stay with him.
Ramus, do we go with the crowd? Seems it's your decision.
Yes, let's do it.
I would take off the garb. Might not look so well if they are not in league with the tower.
Well, Judgment and the tower are kind of aligning right now with what they want to do, which is blow the fuck up the Harissa. I could launch a fireball at the castle outside to impress everybody.
I know I've asked.
Never mind. Go ahead.
I've asked him the disguise that I have. Is that just? It says grade 6 disguise, but I've never really used it. Like it.
I can't remember what it was a disguise of.
Yeah.
I remember you put it together and then
it's not
didn't
something
use
I
it.
can. It's not like something I can just like change and now it's this disguise or whatever.
No, I think you should probably just take it off your sheet if no one can remember what it was for in the first place.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. Now it's just clothes.
Yeah.
All right, we're going with them. Ramus, if you wish to fire a fireball to the wall, by all means, I guess, if it helps us.
I suggest we cheer them along as we come out like, hell yeah!
Right. Yeah. We were all just in the bathroom. What's going on? We were in this other place over there where no one is. Don't worry about it. We're your friends. You recognize us from the last thing we all did together.
Wait. Before we go in, are there any turtles there? Or is there just 0 turtles?
No. You're one of a very few turtles in this place. And they probably all were like, yo, these humans are fucked up. We're getting out of here as soon as things started getting bad. But you could like Ninja Turtles this shit and just throw like a big cloak over yourself and pretend you're like a weird hunchback.
Yeah, I was gonna push it further and say like, say you guys found me and I'm a prisoner, but if that's gonna work, then that'll work fine.
Yeah, remember too, judgment isn't about taking prisoners.
Right.
Justice is
They're
about prisoners.
okay.
Judgment is about summary execution of the judgment.
Okay, I'll do my best then to garb up my head and shell and everything when we start walking over there.
Okay. All right. Let's do like a group performance to check to see if you can blend in with the crowd.
I do have a disguise kit, so I will use that to help.
Yeah. I think you can use it to give one person advantage on this check.
I have a flat 0 in performance, and Berg probably has a -2 in performance. Actually, what's your performance?
I'm
Berg?
-1.
-2. Yeah.
We're doing
-2 performance.
real hot shit with these performances.
Yeah, it's not the DC is going to be real low, but you still have to try.
Now,
go ahead.
I'm going to try and disguise one and inspire the other for the role.
Okay.
Basically like being an acting coach. Be like, look at them, downtrodden. They're angry. They're mad. Can you do that, Ramus? Can you act with a purpose? while I'm like touching up Berg, like, yeah, so that looks good.
He's making his hand look similar to the other orcs.
Sitting there like this, like as you're like adjusting things.
Yeah.
Anger's what I do best, my friend.
Good. Can you not mention the tower in that anger?
Yeah.
Can you do secular anger?
Yeah.
I'll do secular anger.
All right. Well,
Before you were a priest, remember that time before you were a priest, before you knew anything about the gods, and you were a child, and someone stole your toy. How did you feel?
I grew up in a monastery from a baby. My mother, who I do not know, left me on the doorstep. Thanks for bringing up issues about my
There it
past.
is. Use that. Use it. All right. So, do we all roll performance, or do I, or?
Everybody does, yeah. And half of you have to do better than the DC. We'll say just DC 10.
Oh!
Try to like.
Oh wait, you have advantage, don't you?
But I have advantage, yeah, I think, because I was.
With the
So
disguise
that,
kit.
yeah. Berg was one with the kit. Okay, you're
Fucking
good.
Christ!
Nice.
Thank God.
It's like a really bad roll and a really good roll. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Ramus,
right.
go
So the
ahead.
two of you take up most of the attention. And you don't actually worry about. You don't have to worry about it because you already got the two you needed.
Oh, okay. We only need 2 of us. Okay.
So you head out into the crowd, and as you time it right, so as you get into the crowd, they're firing the next volley, and there's crashing, and people are shouting and cheering. And as you move through the crowd, I think there's a moment as you get near the edge where Berg, one of the other orcs, grabs you. He just turns to you, just like, grabs you, and yanks you over to him. What do you do? Like you get grabbed, both hands, just like right on the front of your cloak, and just like yank you over.
One grabs me.
Yes, he just like leans over. He just sees you like walking towards him. He just grabs you.
Do I interpret how he's grabbing me? Like, is it
I'm
just
asking.
like
I'm just asking. What do you do? Do you want to take Do you want to take a second to make an insight check, or do you respond, or what do you do?
I'll do. I don't want to. You know what? I'm just gonna respond and assume that he's just fired up, and Berg's gonna do the same thing and be like, "Nah!" like
Right,
push,
okay.
like pointing towards the tower,
So this
like
this
bring it
orc
down.
This orc is like deeply, like very like thick orcish blood. He's got a row of like bone protrusions that come up onto his head, like from his forehead. His tusks are probably like this long and like curl out. And yeah, he grabs you, and you can see his teeth are all like sharp. And yeah, you just like roar back at him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, yeah. So he that's you interpreted it correctly. He's just like hyped up, and he like, ugh! And he says in orcish. Actually, no, an orc woman nearby is like puts him down, like he's like, okay, like leave our friend alone here. Not to like him. He's like, leave this other guy alone. And she holds up her fist, not to punch you, but to show it to you. And she says, in orcish, remember this day, brother. She like looks back at the rubble. The humans may have done this damage, but this is the beginning. And she looks at her fists and she says, the destructors will be done. And the other is like, one of the other guy like claps her on the shoulder and it's like, ah, and like shouts at her and she shouts back and they like headbutt each other and they kind of lose track of you.
Yeah, as Berg keeps moving. Berg does like a, yeah, that's great. Like pats him. Keeps moving.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Sheds a tear. Brother.
Who is the Destructor?
Well, you could
Like Gozer the Gozerian?
yeah. Make a history check.
Okay.
Nice.
You are not familiar enough with Orcish history to recognize the epithet the Destructor.
What exactly is on their fists?
It's like they've taken a vat of like dyed clay or mud or something and just like dipped their hand in up to their elbow and then pulled it out and let it dry. And so their skin is like crusted with this like dry like brick color.
Fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just keep moving through the crowd.
Okay. Yeah, make your way through the city and head off to the thing. All right. So we kind of like we pull back on the group of you leaving the keep behind as this like ancient, like thousands of years old fortress is slowly pummeled into the ground by the Cult of Judgment, leaving eventually just this like cloud of red dust. And as we pull back, the sun is sort of rising on the city, and it's casting its first rays across town. And there's just this like, this massive cloud of red brick dust just floating over the city like blood. And I think that's probably where we end because we've only got like 5 minutes. You don't have a lot of other stuff that we can do in 5 minutes. So yeah, I think we fade out on that scene of the sun rising over the city as the Aharisa are basically done away with. The city no longer has its own standing army. They've all like fled or been corrupted by the Mara or turned into shadow goo monsters. So the infrastructure of the people holding back the tide is gone. So the chaos is going to get cranked up from here because there's no one to stop it. So we'll see the fate of the city and whether you stick around for it or not. And that's it.
Boy.
That's for today's episode.
All right. Well, there will be one more episode next week before we depart for PAX. Speaking of PAX, we will all be there. We're also going to be having a panel on Friday at 1:30, if I did this correct. Yeah. See right here, Friday at 1:30. This is in Eastern Standard Time. Or whatever, Eastern, whatever it is. I don't know if it's...
I can never remember either. It's Eastern time. It's whatever time it is in Boston.
Yeah, I think it's Eastern.
It's Eastern Daylight because we went to daylight things.
Yeah. And I think we will probably have... Actually, I know we will have some other people there that will be on future shows. We might not have full cast members. I hope we are able to announce full cast members and potentially meet some of those people for the upcoming shows here on RollPlay. But some names will definitely be revealed, and we'll definitely be talking to some extra people. So, and I think this will be streamed. I know this will be streamed. I'm not sure what the channel will be, but we'll all tweet it out right before it goes live, and we'll try to get it hosted on everyone's channels as well. But yeah, that's next week, next Friday. So if you want to tune in, check it out. If not, you can catch the VOD. But let's do some shout outs, and then we'll do goals and XP. Zeke, we'll start with you.
Yo! Thank you, guys. I'm grateful to everybody here, the chat, but mostly to everybody that plays every week, and a big thank you to Adam for setting this up every week. I know it takes a lot of work, and god damn, I love it. So thank you, guys. I will be broadcasting, or Drop Frames is tomorrow, as it normally is. It's 10 a.m. Pacific time. But after that, I'm going to have some fun doing a little Far Cry co-op. It's going to be two Montana boys. Me and DP from Sour Kool-Aid Show are going to be doing a little Far Cry co-op tomorrow after Drop Frames. I think we decided on 2 p.m. Pacific time.
Nice.
Because, yeah, Drop Frames goes from 10, 11, 12, 1 to 1. Yeah, so an hour after Drop Frames ends, we will be picking up that co-op. So that'll be fun. But then on Thursday, I leave for Santa Fe, New Mexico, because it's Score Wars time. And if you don't know what that is, check out my pinned tweet or go to scorewars.com. It's an old school cabinet gaming competition between people who like play Galaga and Donkey Kong and all those great, like Nibbler, the guys from Nibbler will be there. Like that kind of shit. That's happening in Santa Fe. Put on all by Meow Wolf, which is I love that name. But yeah, if you're in the Santa Fe area, I'll be there for the next 5 days, and from Thursday to Monday. So.
Cool. All right, we'll see you tomorrow on Drop Frames. GassyMexican, do some shout-outs.
I'm GassyMexican, another variety caster here on Twitch. I also do the YouTube stuff if you guys are interested in that. I'll be casting later on. Just after this, I'm going to get some food and then probably do some more Sea of Thieves. Everybody's favorite water simulator. No, I'll be doing that. But yeah, good show as always. I'm sure I'm interested to talk about a couple things in the post show, especially that whole work thing what they were doing with their arms and what that might mean. But good show as always. We survived again. Hey, and the wood came in clutch, and no one can take that away from us.
It's true. So
we'll see you guys next time. And I'm excited to see a lot of you guys. Hopefully at PAX, we'll all be there, and I'm glad that the full cast of at least Quarter Swords will be there. So it'll be fun to talk to you guys and interact and all that stuff. If you see us, say hi, definitely.
Yep. Mr. DansGaming, some shout outs, sir.
Hi, I'm DansGaming /DansGaming on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, easy to find. Currently playing through Far Cry 5 and having a lot of fun with it. It's got really good humor and gameplay. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Another great show. I thought I was going to die, but we didn't, once again, which always makes it interesting. And I can't wait for next week.
Good stuff. Adam, last but not least, some shout outs.
It's me.
Goals and XP.
All right, let's do it. Hi, everybody. I'm Adam Coble. I'm the Dungeon Master. If everybody dies, it's my fault. That's not true. It's the dice's fault. If I recharged that breath weapon one more time, ooh, you fuckers would have got it. But I didn't. That's how it goes. You can track me down on the internet by going to Twitter and looking up skinnyghost, or you can go to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Adam Coble. I've been playing some Far Cry and finishing up Into the Breach and just playing games and talking about stuff. We're doing our first sort of Stars Without Number related stream on Friday evening. I'm going to just do like a review of the rules. So if you watched Swan Song and you want to know what the difference is for the new show, I'm going to go over the rules. Maybe we'll make a character. We'll goof around with it a little bit, and I'll talk about it kind of the same way I did with Zweihander. And then also, I got a special event on Sunday, 1 p.m. On twitch.tv/BlueJay. BlueJay is GMing my game, Dungeon World, for me, Nadja, Matt Mercer, and Holly Conrad. It's her first time GMing, and I never get to play games, especially the game that I wrote. So if you want to watch that, go give BlueJay a follow or follow me, and I'll host it on my channel. So lots of good stuff coming up, and then we'll be back for Quarter Swords next week.
Nice. Goals and XP.
Yeah, goals and XP. Oh yeah, also chat, there's the link for the Q&A. There you go, chat. There you go, my chatty friends. Okay, so Berg, I think you resolved the destroyer be rid of the bracer. You like, no one knows where it is. It's gone. It's left behind. So I think you got it. Yeah. So let me check for you. You're level 8, right?
You're muted, Max.
I accidentally muted. Yeah, I'm level 8.
There you go. Hi, buddy. Okay. All right. So level 8. That means this one is worth 1,800 experience for you.
Nice.
1,800. Okay. Cool. So that clears that one. And you worked towards finding out why bad things keep happening to you, I think. You like had some conversations about what the hell's going on. I think as long as you're alive and like checking out the world around you, you're kind of getting process on this one. But I don't think you made any like rolls. I don't think you made any rolls or anything specifically for it.
No, there was nothing too detailed.
Because it was mostly the fight this time. So yeah, they're in spirit, but not yet. So you've got another slot to fill in for next session. So think about that. Mm-hmm. Ramus.
I actually made progress on the second one because I could have cast a spell to find the girl, but I chose to lie to him and say I couldn't.
I was wondering
Max
about that. Yeah,
Max knew that. Berg did not.
You definitely bullshitted that, and we're like, nope. Okay, all right. So that'll give you 50 times your level in experience, and then you'll have an opportunity for accomplishing a mission from the tower next time because you're headed there to get one. Also, yeah, everybody charge your inspiration. That last scene, you did lots of role playing and stuff, and that was good. And I want to make sure everybody has that.
Cool.
Just to confirm.
Okay.
So do I not get the 50? Whatever working towards with the third one is that?
Oh no, because there needs to be like a roll at stake.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so Kalimat, I feel like your last goal you work towards, because there was some conversation between you and Sully. So take your level times 50 for that one.
Okay. I
and then
tried to get Ramus to fucking give me that spell, and he lied, which I was unaware of. But
yep. So you tried to find Mod, but Ramus blocked you on that one, but you still get that. So that's another 50 times your level.
Okay.
And then Sully,
Understand
you
the
work
spell?
towards understanding Ramus. Yeah, understanding Ramus' spell. I love that. Where you're just like, wait, hold on, explain this to me.
So
why do you need the stick?
What will be the core level there? Being able to cast it?
I feel like it. No, the core level here will be Ramus being like, you get it. Like, this is totally in Dan's hands to be like,
Okay.
yes, that's how it works. You understand.
I mean, I recited the exact path better than he did at the end of that.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, if you're done, if you think that Sully Haffa like understands how Ramus's magic works, because I feel like there was a little that, I think that's okay for you to do it.
I understand how.
Fill it with something else.
I think I understand like how he makes the spells happen, but not necessarily how he's like casting them. I don't know. Maybe I'm not.
Yes,
100%.
yeah, exactly. You know their origin, but like you said, and this was the thing that stuck with me. You said so anybody could do this, and he was like, no, it's special because there are like special prayers and stuff you need to know. So I think maybe you're still working on it?
I think so. Yeah. Dan, do you agree, Dan?
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting closer, but you're not quite there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All
that's
right. So
30
level times 50.
Oh, level times 50. Okay.
So your level times 50 for that one, and then you tried to keep the bracer and rod in your possession. You asked about it. You went looking for it. You did the whole thing.
The thing at the end of the message, Adam.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I know you work towards it. It doesn't mean the goal's gone.
Okay.
But there, yeah. So mark another work towards another 50 times your level.
Then the final one, I don't think.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. There hasn't been the opportunity yet. But
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. There you go.
Cool.
A little XP for everybody.
Is anyone close to
Cool.
leveling?
I'm not terribly close, but I'm getting there. I'm 41,000 out of 48.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's not too bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, if we finish another big quest or so, we should probably have you level up, I would think. Well, cool. We're going to get out of here and go record our Patreon post show. If you want to watch that, it's over at patreon.com/roleplay. If not, we'll see you guys next Tuesday at our regular time, 6 o'clock Eastern, for more Court of Swords. And then don't forget, next Friday we'll be at PAX East at 1:30 Eastern for our panel. And we'll tweet out links and everything for that once it goes live. So that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.